Thank you. Hello. And if you have to go when I'm on, please don't hesitate. Nothing worse than sitting there with your bladder distended, saying, I don't care what this guy says, I've got to pee. And I won't nail you if you get up, going, we know where you're going, and all that kind of thing. Or when you come back, could you hear us? We could hear you. Hope you wash your hands. We're having popcorn later on, all those stupid things. A little booze to warm you up for the British weather, which I finally learned to pack for. I'm glad it's getting cold because I thought when I got here it was warm. I thought, oh, great, I packed wrong again. It took me about 5 years to figure out how to pack right because I used to get off the plane and there'd be the British weather. What are you wearing? Cotton. You dumb bastard. But I like it here. Great country. It's where when the sun comes out, people think it's a UFO. They don't know what the hell it is. People look up and they scream, there's something big and yellow up there. I don't know what it is, but it burns. It hurts my skin. I hate it. Actually, it's ideal for me because I do burn. I'm really white, which you probably noticed. I mean, if I was any whiter, I'd be clear. I have that. I would. People would see right through me, like one of those tropical fish. But I am white. That's why I'm afraid to go out in the sun, because I got to figure the sun's up there going, oh, look at this little white boy here. I want to burn his ass to a crisp. And I hate to lay out. I don't know. I used to watch people lay out. I used to work Las Vegas in the summer. It'd be like 110, and I'd see people laying out. I go nuts. I have no patience anyway. I'll lay there, and what the hell do you do when you lay there? I'll watch those little colored things inside of my eyelids. I figure, what are those things anyway? It's like a little Pac-Man game going on in there. So I never went out in the sun. Of course, I was always at the bar anyways. I used to close the bar. Well, you don't close the bar in Vegas. You really don't. It's a 24-hour town. That's what was so hard to handle about it. I used to work other cities where they'd have closing laws. And in America, here they yell time. In America, they would yell either last call for alcohol, or in a lot of places say, okay, suck 'em up. See? And when you heard that, you knew, whoops, closing. So everybody drink real quick, and then they close and you leave. But I went to Las Vegas, and it's 24 hours, see? So I'd go to the bar after work. Next thing I know, it was noon. And you go, hey, whatever happened to suck 'em up? Huh? What the hell? Still open, for Christ's sake? But I didn't want to go back to the room. There's nothing worse. Hotel rooms, they're so boring. There's nothing to do in a hotel room, when you're by yourself. What the hell do you do? Walk around, read the rules on the door. Go in the bathroom, flip the toilet roll around. Really is 1,000 sheets on those things, aren't there? I'd get so bored, I'd play games to amuse myself. Like I'd get naked and wait for the chambermaid. That was fun, see? But I only did that a couple of times because I found out pretty fast chambermaids don't care. Ain't nothing they haven't seen. And just it would destroy my ego. I'd be totally naked, and this woman would come in and hoover around me, Obviously did not thrill her. Sure they could tell all the other chambermaids, hey, you know how they say everything in America is big? Well, bullshit. So I'd go crazy in those places, I didn't mind it so much in Nevada, because usually I got pretty good rooms, but when I was first starting out, I got these horrible motel rooms. It was I never wanted to go back to them. They were so damn depressing. You see, always the same. You see the bed that sagged in the middle. Always these little bitty terrible beds that had terrible mattresses with these little thin cotton bedspreads with little terry cloth balls in a row. Always 4 or 5 big cigarette burns in it. Always a toenail by the nightstand. That was a final touch. I used to picture the chambermaid putting a toenail there before she left. Had a bag of them she carried around from room to room. And if one was missing, you'd call down and complain, there's no toenail in my room. Well, sir, you just walk around the bed, there'll be one there any minute. Because it took me years to figure this out, and it still hasn't sunk in. That's what makes me so mad. I still do it. See, I really believe that bedspreads in hotels and motels are designed to cover up this great big metal or wooden bed frame that sticks out at the bottom with a big fat leg and a big hairy wheel on it, see? So what they want you to do is they want you to come out of the bathroom barefoot, see? And walk around the bed and cut the corner short, you know. Ah! Oh, God, Jesus, who designed that? Oh, I'll kill him, I'll kill him. My toenail. What the hell happened to my big toenail? I had one this morning. It was on there when I put my sock on, I know. I would know if it was, there it is, right by the blood stain. So you leave it there, see? There's always surprises in those places. There's always one hinge broken off the toilet seat. Which you didn't know. It's not something you inspect, you know. You'd find out when you sat down and slid off into the tub. When you find it. What the hell? And I used to hate to take a shower, because that was always a surprise. You always get those shower heads where the water would go everywhere but down. I'd stand under there dry as a bone with all this water in an arc all around me. You'd have to actually walk around the shower like this just to get wet, you know? One of these things. Rinse off this way, of course. Either that or you got a shower head bent permanently to the left, so it hit the wall, you got to get it on a rebound, you know? A little waterfall down the side of the wall, you got to kind of rub up like some wood animal, you know? Whew. Man. And it was lonely because, see, that was the worst part about a hotel or motel. Now I would treat that room as my home. This is my home, so if I met a woman, I'd invite her up. Didn't always mean something was going to happen, because when you invite a woman to your home, doesn't always mean something's happening. But women didn't like to go to hotel rooms, and I can't blame them, see? Because you walk through a hotel lobby with a woman, everybody assumes you're going to the room to make it. They assume it automatically. Guy at the desk would give me the key. See the old porter in the corner? Night, boy. Go get him, huh? Now, the girl's embarrassed by this. Naturally, who wouldn't be? And I would feel this sudden sense of responsibility, see? Because all of a sudden, I felt like I'm going on a mission for these guys. Damn, I better do good. I got to report back tomorrow. Then if you do get something going, it's very inhibiting, because hotels, see, the damn walls are so thin in hotels. It's awful. People like to express themselves in various ways in the heat of passion, and oh, God forbid you're with a screamer, you know. Woo! Woo! Hey, oh, shh. Oh, shh. Shh. Woo! Look, wait till we get in the room, all right? I'm gonna, get in there. Then if you're both screamers, you got big trouble, you know? Got police outside with loud hailers. Want to throw the hostage out there, and please quit torturing him, and we'll come in and give you. Guy next door is banging on a wall. Knock it off, I got kids over here. And they'd see us the next day in the lobby. There they are, that's the one, there they are, there they are. Look at that, look at this. Well, even the kids could spot us. It was so obvious. I'd get off the lift there. I'd have old Levi's on by this time, and a sweatshirt and plimsolls, and the girl was wearing an evening dress, you see. Going to have breakfast in a hotel coffee shop at 8:30 in an evening dress. Same makeup on from the night before. One eyelash missing, maybe. Man. And when I worked strip joints, I didn't, that was lonely, because I never met women there. The women didn't come into the strip clubs when I worked there. They never were, you know, they didn't come in the audience. Strippers, I used to introduce them. I was sort of the low man on the totem pole, so they didn't want to see too much of me, because I was the guy that introduced the strippers, which I didn't mind. I loved their names. They always had alliterations. Martha and her mammoth memories. Come out here, Martha. Gloria and her golden goodies. Now let's hear it for Virginia and her versatile vagina. Come out here, Virginia. Oh, and it was, too. Whew. Really? Not only could she pick up coins, but she could make change. An extraordinary thing to watch, and a lot of fun on the bus, I must admit. A lot of fun. And they never wanted to be called strippers. That always puzzled me. That's what they did. What the hell's wrong with being a stripper? But they didn't like that. Because I'd be on a new job, and I'd go back and introduce myself. I'm the comedian MC, Kelly Monteith. What's your name? You're the stripper. And they get incensed. I get all kinds of flack. I'm not a stripper. You get that straight right now, Buster, all right? I am a dancer. I'm an artist, okay? My body is my instrument, which I use to express myself through my dance. Then they walk out on stage. They do obscene things with the curtain. Go over the piano, do something freaky with the piano. Lay on the stage, suck on their shoe for a while. Naturally, she'd leave the audience wondering, what is she trying to say to us? Must be some moral in her performance, I'm sure. And I'd come on. They didn't want to see me. It's all guys out there, see? And those joints, man, the most sophisticated man in the world could walk in those clubs, but 10 minutes later, it'd be an animal. I want to see something naked. You're damn right, if I want to see me a chicken, a donkey, a goat. I don't give a damn. As long as it's naked, you bring it out here. I'll look at it. And I tell you, if I like it, I'm going to jump on it. Thank God they didn't like me. I was the only performer I ever used to pray, don't let them like me tonight, please, God. I got a long drive. Because I used to have to drive from job to job, see, because I practically lived out of my car, because that's about the only thing I could afford at that time, you know. And besides the little towns I was working in the States, they didn't have flights to, you know. Just the Pan Am flight to Biloxi. Certainly, sir, first class. We'd be bailing out at the back of the plane. I don't know. And besides the little airlines, you didn't want to fly, you know, the little air grits airlines. I used to, no thanks. So I used to drive from job to job, which was horrendous on my body, because I get these long jumps. I get these agents to say, okay, now you close Saturday night in Miami, Florida here. Now you open Monday night out here in San Francisco. What? That's thousands of miles. Well, I'll give the job to somebody else. Oh, God, don't. I need the money. I got to have the job. Okay, I'll do it. So I'd load my car up on Saturday. Then I'd go to work that night and work all night and get off after the last show, jump in and drive straight through, which I had to do, see? I had nobody to help me share the driving. And I couldn't stop and sleep. I'd blow the gig, see? So I'd just have to stay awake. And I'd take anything to stay awake. Anything. Eat Vicks Vapo Rub. Ooh. Well, keep me awake for a while, you know. Give me a little menthol rush. Not too bad for over-the-counter. You know. Then I'd chew some laxative chewing gum, which... I did. I'll tell you, I found that out by accident, actually. I bought some at a roadside stand there once, and I didn't know it was laxative chewing gum. I didn't know they made anything like that. But by God, that stuff kept me awake, man. 2 sticks of that, you don't dare relax. No. I'd be driving standing up. Whoa! Whoa, there's got to be a place soon. And pray you don't get stopped. You don't want the cop to walk up. All right, get out of the car. I can't. Well, I mean, I can, but if I do, I think you better stand back about 100 yards. Because when I finally got someplace, it was agony walking in those truck stops. They must have known something was wrong by the way I walked, you know. Say, is this the way? I hope so. I don't think I can change direction at this point, to be honest with you. So wherever I end up, that's where it's going to be. Oh, God. Then I'd pass some truck driver. He'd be walking the same way, see. You ran out of pills too, eh? Because I would take pills if I could get them, which wasn't often. But once in a while, I'd be in some place, and some guy in a band would say, well, you gonna stay awake? Yeah, that's no problem. Come here. Look, man, here, take this pill. This will keep you awake. What the hell is that? That's a Guam turnaround, man. A what? A Guam turnaround. Man, you take that pill, you could drive to Guam, turn around, and come back if you want. I've never seen a pill that size, but I got a long drive. So I'd take those, see? And they're not good for you. I mean, they tear down your body something fierce, but by God, they kept me awake. Did you ever go 24 hours without blinking? I have. I used to get so wired up on those pills, I would come into towns running alongside my car. Okay, let's go to work. Get so up. Oh, boy. Sometimes I had to have them. Anytime I drove across Texas. Now, I know you've probably all seen Dallas. You've probably seen that program. And you always hear how big Texas is. See? And I heard it. I grew up in Missouri, and I heard about how big it was. But I never realized until I drove across it how, geez, Texas is just, I mean, I'd drive for days, and I'd still be in Texas. I used to think the earth has stopped rotating. My wheels are spinning, but I ain't going anywhere. Because the scenery never changes. It all looked the same out there. Couldn't get anything on the radio. So I'd go crazy trying to stay awake. I'd read all the signs. See, see, now they're very aware of that factor in Texas and states like that, because they used to put up signs to try and keep you awake, but they do it wrong. So typical of those government. They put up signs like, great big sign that said, sleepy? That's all it said. One great big word on a big sign, sleepy, with all these little question marks all around it, see? Now that sign was supposed to alert you to the fact that you might be sleepy, but it worked the exact opposite. Because I'd be wide awake when I saw it. I'd be wide awake, see that sign? Sleepy? I hadn't thought about it. Whew, hey, now that you mention it, I can't handle it anymore. Well, the damn fool fell asleep and killed himself. The hell, didn't he see that sign back there? Never worked. Now, they could keep you awake with road signs. They really could. Just think how awake it'd become if you saw a road sign, sniper area. Holy, hey, where the hell am I? Oh, duck down, you damn fool. Oh, that'd wake me up real good, you know? Or late at night, way out in the middle of nowhere. Caution, werewolf crossing. I didn't know those things were real. I thought that was mythical. Oh my God, there's a full moon. Oh God, please don't let me have a flat tire now, God, please. Don't let me have a puncture. I swear I'll be good. Now, they got some real signs that wake you up pretty good. The ones you see in urban areas that when I see these signs, I know the traffic engineers had to be drunk or stoned or something when they put them up. They must get in a room with all this whiskey and these designing tools, and they start drinking and designing. And then about 4 hours later, hey, I got an idea. Come here. Look, let's get them going 85 in the fast lane, okay? Then we'll put this sign up, lane ends in 10 feet. That ought to give the bastards a rush, don't you think? So, boy, I used to do that. Which I didn't mind. See, I sort of looked upon it as an adventure. I spent years and years driving around by myself, so I was used to being alone, see. But I had to adjust to living with my wife. Well, actually, I'm divorced now, see. I'm in the... That was something I learned. It really took me a long time to... That was one stupid thing about marriage. I thought, well, the longer I wait to get married, the better chance I'll have of success, which is really stupid. This doesn't work out that way, see. But I had to learn how to compromise, that's one thing, because for years and years, I always wanted to find a woman that liked to do what I like to do, you know? But I never could find a woman that liked to drink and chase women. I looked, and I found one or two, maybe, but they'd beat the shit out of me and take the girl, you know, so they're... Right back where I started, see. I think it's harder for a woman, basically, to adjust, because men are a little more... Women are more contained in some of the things they do, so I think it's a little harder for them to learn to live with a man. Because so many things separate us. Sounds, for one thing. I remember that when I was a little kid. I would never play with little girls. They didn't have good sounds. I'd play with my friends. Had to have a good gun sound when you play with my friends. Had to. Mine wasn't bad. I had a good pistol. It's all right. I had good ricochets. But see, now girls have the worst gun sounds in the world. They're horrible. Really, little boy has a gun sound like... Little girl has a gun sound like... I'd be outside playing with my sister. My guns would be blazing. The hell is that? Not even a flesh wound. Now that extends into adulthood. Men and women don't make the same kind of sounds. I never heard a woman yet make the same kind of sounds first thing in the morning that a man makes. Never. I've been in barracks in the service. I've lived with women. I know what they sound like, and it's never the same. See, women have nice little sounds. They go in. Oh, it's true. You hear the water running. Shh. And you hear the medicine chest. Hear little sprays. Oh, these nice little dainty little musical sounds, see? Totally different when a man gets in there. Oh, shit. Sounds like an African watering hole in here. And even sneeze different. Sure, when a man sneezes, by God, he sneezes. And you think it had some sort of religious significance with all the language you heard afterwards. You know? God damn. And you hear everybody in a 10-foot radius. Jesus Christ, man. Oh. Holy shit, I'm soaked here, I swear. Women don't sneeze like that. Not the women I've lived with. They're, boy, that's a lot of pressure to hold back. And I know there's pressure because they always go up on their toes when they do it. I always figure, gotta let it out, she's gonna blow. Look out! What happened there? I don't know, officer. A woman went up on her toes and blew up. I don't know what the hell happened. It's a horrible thing to see, though. So I figure you gotta let that thing out, see? You gotta let it, because that's a lot of pressure. I do. I don't care. I'm so damn glad it. Bullshit, you're gonna throw up. Guarantee you. It's the same with the sneeze. It starts someplace in the midsection, I feel anyway, and it starts to build up sort of momentum and pressure. It starts to rise, and the blood starts flowing a little faster, and the heart's pumping a little faster too. And then it gets up to the midsection, and then your face starts to prepare. There again, it's involuntary, see? You have no choice. Your mouth just drops open there, see? And your nose wrinkles up, see? And your eyes close, so you don't see who you're going to hit. Now it gets all the way up, and it rises, and it gets up into the back of the nose, see? Now you're all ready to go, boy. And then it stops. Now you gotta hang around with this stupid look on your face, just waiting. And your friends don't know what the hell's the matter with you. What, are you gonna cry? What's the matter with you? What's that, is your heart? What's going on there? And you say, no. And you wave them off, you know, because you don't want to hear nothing now. You don't want anything to break that concentration, because you're trying to focus in on that feeling, see? Because it's kind of like sex. Once you start, you have got to finish. Because you don't know what terrible thing's going to happen to your body if you don't. You know, your heart's in there. You mean I've been pumping my ass off for nothing? I quit. So there you are, just hanging around, out of control, just waiting for your body to make up its mind. Then your body's in there going, well, shall we sneeze or what? Nah. Let's really surprise him. Let's fart. Yeah. I got a better idea. Let's do them both at once. Big thrill when that happens, right? Oh, sorry. Oh, I am sorry. I didn't know that one was coming. I didn't feel there was no warning, I swear. I could have tightened my cheeks. I really could. I'm sorry. I sort of felt guilty sometimes about having a pet, having a dog, because I sometimes think we sort of ruined the dog's life when we domesticated him. Because you kind of took away his purpose for existence. You know, life is a challenge just to live it. But a dog, as a pet, he doesn't do anything. He doesn't. They got to have the most boring lives in the world. What does a dog do? He just lays around and he sleeps? I mean, a dog can't read a book to improve his mind or watch television and comprehend what's happening. They'll go up and sniff the screen and sort of look and then walk away, but they don't know, really. Dog can't go out dancing when he feels like, you know? Whoa, nothing. Damn. Oh, I'd hate to think that the highlight of my day would be chasing a stick. And I love people say that. Well, he's almost human. See? I used to think that was funny. Then I got a dog, I said the same thing. Because, you know, animals, they become a member of your family. And they do. Well, actually, dogs, in a sense, have some semblance of human qualities. They have human qualities that I respect in humans. They have tremendous loyalty. Dogs are really loyal. Unconditional love. Even we haven't achieved that. Dogs have. They don't care who you are, what you look like, what you do. They love you. compassion. They have compassion. That's where they differ from cats for me now, see? Now, I like cats. Don't get me wrong. I really like cats. But cats, they don't seem to have a sense of humanity, you know? They don't. When's the last time you saw a guide cat? You know, you won't. Even if they're trainable, they're just too unreliable. Where were you this morning? The man is waiting over in his flat. He wants you to take him for a walk. Where have you been? I don't feel like it. I was out all last night, so piss off, all right? You gotta get to work. Take the man for a walk. And be careful. You took him out yesterday. He ended up on the roof of a garage. Sorry. But there was a big, juicy pigeon up there. And I wanted to check it out for lunch. Well, that's one thing about cats I love. They have great patience, boy. Because I've got cats where I live. See, there's a bunch of cats next door. And I got pigeons all around my place. And the cats will sit up on the roof and watch the pigeon. They'll sit there for hours. They won't move a muscle, not a muscle. And they watch these pigeons. And pigeons are stupid. They are. Because they see the cat there, see? They say, oh, there's a cat there. And then they fly away. Then they come right back to the same spot. Cat's still there. And the cat's sitting there going, this bird is stupid. Sucker deserves to be eaten, I'm telling you. And the pigeons are walking around doing all this. Nature played a cruel trick on a pigeon. What she did was she took the muscles from the neck and tied them to the feet muscles. So forcing pigeons, every time they walk, they gotta move their head like this, see? Yeah, you never see a pigeon just walking around like this, do you? They always gotta do this stuff. I always figure they get home in their nest at night and go, Jesus, my neck. Damn. Can't even massage it, no thumbs, for Christ's sake. Because they sit out in front of my kitchen window and they watch me, man. And I'll be in there doing the dishes, walking around the kitchen, doing the same damn thing there. Sometimes I'll try and stare them down. See, I'll just look at them in there. And they must be looking at me. I'm thinking when I look at them, boy, poor dumb bird, you. Don't know what's happening, do you? And they're looking at me going, I think I'll go shit on his car. No, because that's a pigeon's sole purpose in life is to dump on everything. I know. God made him just dump on everything. I'm sick of it. Because that's all a pigeon does. That's what they do around my place. Drive me crazy. I get incensed. I wouldn't hurt him, though. See, I can't kill anything. I've never been hunting. People say, come on, Cal, let's go duck hunting. No, I can't do it, man. I just can't go out and kill anything. If I had to eat, if I was starving, then I could do it, see. But just to kill an animal for sport, I can't do that. Not that I'm against it, because God knows you say that, hunters get furious. You know, I've said that in the South in America, and they'll jump up in the audience. Why you eat meat? That same damn thing, boy. But it's not really, it's removed, you see. Now, if they slaughter the cow at my table, I might pass on a fillet. Monsieur, you wanted steak? Of course. Hold him down, Claude. Oh, God, that's horrible. Oh, no, please, take that out of here. Oh, God. And take back this Bloody Mary, would you? I don't... no meat, no fish, nothing. Just bring me a salad, all right? That's nice and safe. Now, I don't know if that's true anymore, because I know people that are vegetarians because they refuse to eat something that's been killed. Okay, I respect that, see? But they're always the same people telling me I should talk to plants. They'll say, you got plants at home? I say, yeah, they don't do too well. I don't know what's wrong. Well, you got to talk to them. You got to what? You got to talk to them. They're alive. They got emotions and feelings just like you do. I figure, well, that's great if you believe that. And some scientists even now think that trees are low-level animals, so I suppose that could be true. But then I think, well, if you think that, you know, a vegetable's a plant, isn't it? So if you eat it, you got to kill it. So I figured, to me, that's just the degree of the life that you're killing. Just because there's no gore or no struggle with vegetables. Or no terror, but then we don't know, you know? Maybe lettuce screams when they pull it out of the ground. The hell, we don't know everything. Maybe someday they'll amplify it. Ah! Well, it sounds awful, but it's quick. And ever since then, I sort of looked at vegetables with a different kind of look, see? Because they do seem to have little personalities, you know? They do. Lettuce strikes me as being very cool, very crisp. You know that personality? Hey, what's happening? Yeah. Even the name sort of lends itself to that attitude. Let us be cool. Yeah. Now, tomatoes, I find tomatoes being very paranoid, see? Because tomatoes are classified as a fruit, but they pass as a vegetable. Now, that's paranoia. They just don't accept what they are. They won't. They deny it. You're a fruit, huh? Hey, I ain't no fruit. Who the hell you calling a fruit? Look, I'm not calling you nothing. It says here on the list that you're a fruit. Hey, I don't care what the damn list says. Don't get me wrong, I got nothing against fruits. I've been in salads with them. But I'm a vegetable. That's who I hang with, and you are who you hang with, and don't forget that. Okay. And tomatoes are like dogs. The smaller you breed them, the more nervous they get. They are. You know, big tomatoes, they're just kind of lay there. They're cool. They just... But little cherry tomatoes, those little round, tiny little tomatoes, most nervous damn little things, man. Did you ever chase one around a salad bowl? Oh, God, here he comes, over here, quick. No, he's over here, quick, behind the lettuce. Get away from me, sucker, save your own ass. Over here, no, get over here. Just... You never catch them. Carrots are very stubborn. You ever bite into a raw stalk of a carrot? It'll stiffen and resist you. No, please. Okay. Once you break them, they're fine. Not like celery. Celery hangs on for dear life. Celery's tenacious. You bite into celery, you gotta pull celery apart. It hangs on to your teeth. Then you gotta pick those little celery hands out from between the teeth. And even when you chew it, it keeps protesting at you. I always wondered, does it sound as loud to other people as it does inside my head? In there, it's deafening. Now, radishes are afraid of the dark. See? They are. Radishes, they chew up okay and they go down fine. But when they get in the stomach, they want to get the hell out. They are scared. Hey, man, where are we? I don't know. Find a way out of here, quick. And you're up there trying to talk. Well, Harry, about the... All right. About the... Jesus Christ. Jesus, stay down there, damn. See, they got little personalities. Peas have a herd instinct. You ever notice that? Okay, everybody, stay together now. Come on, get in here now. Everybody stay together, all right? Look, we'll be okay if we just all stay together. See, that's what kills them. If they get off by themselves, they'd survive. Because when they pick your plate up, there's always that one little pea laying there. Hi, how are you? They can't handle being alone. See, they'll commit suicide. They'll roll off the table. And they'll wait for a waiter to walk by. What was that? Just a little pea there. See, they got little personalities. See, I feel that way about a lot of things, you know. I feel that way about flies and insects, which is why I have trouble. I kill them, I must say. I do out of anger, though. You know, if I'm trying to sleep and you get a little fly pestering you, you know how that is. You hear them in the room, and then they always come right for your ear. They come right, you know. Damn it! Get away from me now. Get away. I'm trying to sleep. Damn fly. Damn you! Not in the mood now. Get out of here. Get out of my ear. I warned you. Oh. Then I'll feel awful afterwards. Because I always imagine a bunch of little flies someplace going, "Where's Mommy?" know that's stupid. I go, Kelly, it's an insect. Has no brain. But I feel that way. I tore down a cobweb once, and I felt terrible about it later on because I saw the spider walking back. I know he's got to be walking back on, where's my house? What the hell happened, man? I took a walk, I come back, and the whole damn thing's gone, man. All my pictures and music was in there. I built that house with my own ass. You know, I worked. Slave. Still sore when I sit down. So I flushed him down the toilet. That doesn't, see, that's not like killing him to me. I can't spray him, you know, that spray that, oh God, because then they go through all that stuff, you know. They go, Jesus, I can't watch that, that's horrible. So I figure if I flush them down the toilet, maybe they can swim good. Because they seem to handle water pretty good, you know, they kind of float around. I think they'll come out someplace and dry off and start a new life, see? Build a new house and have a family and all that. You know, I hate to do that, though. I think, well, I saw too many horror films when I was growing up, because I always have this scene in my mind that I always saw in those horror films. I always figured this is going on. I flush the spider down the toilet, and it goes down into the pipes. And across town, there's some scientist working on something. Says, this potion will never work. And he flushes it down the toilet, and it goes through the pipes, see? And then my spider comes through the pipes, and they both mix, and some sort of genetic change comes over the spider, and he comes back about 800 times larger. Oh, I have that terrible fear. I'll be in there shaving, and the toilet's behind me, and I get real uncomfortable, see? Because I figure any minute I'm going to see this big hairy leg come over the seat. All right, who's the sumbitch? Flush me down that toilet. Oh, God, I didn't do that, Mr. Spider. No, not me. She did it. So I have these terrible fears. I know it's a silly fear. It's, of course, there again, it's from the childhood, I suppose. Because I still have fears from childhood, which I shouldn't. I know as an adult I shouldn't. I have fears of dark rooms. Isn't that weird? I still do. Even where I live, I go into a dark room, and I know I'm a grown man. This is a dark room. There's nothing in here to bother me. It's just a dark room, nothing to be afraid of. But the child in me goes, turn the goddamn light on! Oh, sorry. Jesus, scared me. Why is that, see? Holy shit, the Phantom of the Opera's here. Yes. Anyway. Scary. Not supposed to be scared. I'm a man. Don't worry, I'll take care of everything. That was always a drag about being a man. You know, I used to see the movies. Don't worry, I'll handle everything here. Oh, shit, will I? No, everything's fine. Calm down, Baker. God damn, I'm scared to death. All right, you guys, cut it out now. Because I always thought to be a man, see, you had to be physically big. But see, I did. I thought to be a man, you had to, because in the movies, guys were always big and strong, and they handled everything with their fists and their brawn. They never did anything with their mind, so consequently, I didn't know any better, you know. I'd see John Wayne, he'd be in a bar, some guy give him some lip, he'd punch him out. No problem, punch him out, took care of the situation. He'd be in a foxhole pulling rings out of grenades with his teeth, for Christ's sake. Even his teeth were macho. My teeth are falling out. John Wayne. And it's still true. I watch guys. Clint Eastwood's a big macho hero. Charles Bronson expresses himself with his fists. How are you today, Mr. Bronson? And I never fit that image. I was always sort of disappointed, you know. I'd try to hang around discos. I wasn't one of those guys that would walk in with his shirt open to the thighs. You've seen those real macho. It's not my image, you know. Chain around the neck with a shark's tooth there. Some guys are real macho, got the entire shark hanging there. Yeah, I caught it myself in Australia. Bit it to death down there up there. Barrier Reef. Another thing, I don't have much hair in my chest, which was always sort of a detriment. Because, you know, if you got a lot of hair, it looks sort of macho and masculine. And if you don't have any, it's like the body says, no, we don't need it. But I got a couple of wisps. It just looks so pitiful, you know? Because it looks like the hormones tried and then quit. And no woman's going to be attracted to a man with whiny hormones. No, we tried, but it was too hard. So we gave up and went downstairs. We don't care. It's funny how accessories are changing now because of the sexes are changing. You know, women are changing in relation to men and men are changing in relation to women. And you see that in little bitty ways, like in the little accessories. I saw that, I was looking at watches the other day, and I remember when I was a kid, I grew up thinking women had better eyesight than men. Because always a woman's watch was tiny. You know, it was never a sensible size. They were little bitty things. And I watched my father go blind half the time, you know. Poor guy. My mom would say, Al, what time is it? My watch is on the nightstand. Oh, okay, Joan, let me take a look here. It's about, let me get under the light here, hon. It's about, the hell? Two? The hell is it? It's, wait a minute. See, the little hand is on the hell, they're both little hands, looks like. How do you do this? It's, wait a minute, I think I got it now. Well, it's either 2:30 or it's 7:45. My mom would see it from 6 feet away. Let me see that. Oh, it's 6 o'clock. So now women's watches are getting bigger. You know, I've seen them. They're actually almost like a man's. They look like a man's now, except they're a little smaller. And men, I think, feel sort of threatened. You know, I think men are sort of reacting to the feminist movement because they become a little more macho. You'd think we wouldn't, but instead men's watches are huge now. You've seen those big macho male watches, those great big black cases, about an inch thick, great big 3 inches in diameter with rivets and bolts in it and nuts and gauges and dials and aerials and little calendars and buttons. You don't have to look at it to tell the time. It tells you. You press a button, it's 4 fucking 30. Oh, sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. So the sexes actually are, men are reacting to that. They really are. In fact, I read someplace that now that women are demanding their sexual equality more than they used to, the incidence of male impotence has risen, which is sort of a contradiction in terms, isn't it? Going up. No, that doesn't work either. But see, the reason that happens is because before, you know, it used to be sort of a conquest thing. Now it's a little more equal, and now men feel threatened. They feel pressure to perform. And they call that performance anxiety. Financial problems, financial worries, resentment toward your partner, too much to drink, although that's more physical, actually, because alcohol is a depressant, you see. So if you drink a lot of alcohol, you know, the mind says, okay, and the body says, It's happened to me anymore. If I drink a lot of alcohol, I know ain't nothing gonna happen tonight. I've been through this before. But look, you can try if you want. But I'll just watch. All right? Terrible time to pass out. And there again, you sleep awful when you're drunk. At least men do. They make awful noises. Okay, hi. Okay, saliva hanging out the side of them. And you wake up and your breath ignites the sheets. Where am I? Oh, God, I'm in hell. I have died and gone to hell. I'm sorry, God. I'll never see you now. I'm sorry. So that'll cause it, see? So many things will cause it, which I experienced once. I was about 19 years old. It was the first time that ever happened to me. And I remember it vividly because, well, see, at 19, I wasn't expecting anything like that because that's the height of a man's physical sexual prime. 19, early 20s, around in there, see? Which I knew it was for me, because when I was 19, I was a walking horn. No shit, everything turned me on, man. A science book, a skeleton. I love anorexic women, oh God. And nature, in her infinite wisdom and good sense of humor, at the same time she gives the man the height of his physical sexual prime, puts spots all over his face. Nobody touch me. I'm running around in a perpetual state of arousal with these spots all over my face. Women are running. God, you're ugly. Get away from me. I hate you. Please, come here. Touch me. I want to touch you. Come here. I want to grab you. Come here. Somebody. Whoa. So I was going out with this girl who was aggressive, which I'd never experienced with. See, nothing wrong with a woman being aggressive. My God, it's great, when a woman takes the initiative once in a while. But see, where I grew up, it was always the guys that did it. It was always the guys that made the moves. It was the guys that were at a party spiking a girl's drink. Put some vodka in her orange juice, go. Yeah. She can't smell it or taste it, see? Get her a little drunk, take her out to the car, get something going, see? Which never worked for me, because I always got drunk myself. Mr. Intelligence, I'd spike my own drinks, too. And when things got going at the party, I said, hey, let's go out to the car, huh? Come on. Whoop, let me throw up first, and we'll go out. But some guys had that down to a science, and they could spike a girl's drink just enough to get lucky. Shows you how much skill's involved in that process, right? Get lucky. Hey, did you get lucky? Yeah, I got lucky. She's pregnant. That's the goddamn lucky I got. Because there again, we didn't take responsibility for that. We figured that was the girl's responsibility. So I was out with this girl, see? And she was aggressive, something I never experienced before. In fact, she was overly aggressive. If you can call pulling my pants down at McDonald's overly aggressive. It qualified as far as I was concerned, I'll have 2 Big Macs and no, wait! All right. And a milkshake and no, not here, for Christ's sake. So now when we get alone, man, she was all over me and I didn't know what the hell. And I felt out of control, see? And that's one thing. A man likes to feel in control. Like that's inbred in us for centuries, you see? So it's hard to relinquish that, see? So I experienced performance anxiety. I didn't know that's what it was, though. I just knew ain't nothing happening. A little more foreplay, that's all. Oh, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. Oh, boy, do I love you, I love you, I love you. 4 days later, oh, God, I love you, I love you. Nothing. Get to that point, see, when a man starts talking to his body. Don't fail me now. Please. Now, look, you didn't fail me in math class. I didn't even need you. Okay, now, come on. Now, think dirty. Think real dirty. Ha, 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 ha. Boy, yes. That's not working. The element of surprise. That'll do it. Tee-hut! Let's see. Think, that's it. Concentrate. Okay, yeah. Okay, willpower. That'll do it. Aha. Willpower. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right. Willpower. Okay, one more time. Willpower. And again, willpower. Doesn't work. Nothing works. Not at that point. You're so anxious about it and you're all concerned. But women, see, women are very sensitive about that. They have this caring and this innate sensitivity and they really understand. It's when you get an insensitive woman that destroys you. Oh, well, shit. Just my luck. What that does to a guy's ego. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. Never happened before. Hey, you won't tell anybody, will you? Well, look, let me call you next week. We'll get together and everything will be fine, I'm sure. It's just, I don't know, I don't know. I don't know what, I'm sorry, yeah. Well, I got a whiplash once. I'll bet that had something to do with it, All the nerves in the spine probably had a lot to do with it. But I'll call you next week and we'll get together and we'll everything will be fine. Okay? Yeah, sorry. Yeah, bye. Good night. Bye. Sorry. I'm queer. I'm queer. That's how you find out. I thought it was an emotional process. It's equipment failure. That's how you find out. Oh, it's a terrible thing for a man's ego. Which would be okay if you could just forget it. Say, well, it's just one of those things, forget about it. But you can't. It's one of them damn things that compounds itself, see? And you get in a similar situation, that's all you can think about, is what happened last time. Shut up! Who said that? I did. Remember? Shut up! Now, everything's going to be fine. I'm with this woman. It's not going to be, remember what happened last time? I know it happened last time, but it's not going to happen again. What if it does? Shut up! So you get anxious, and you get nervous, and you get scared, and you get tense, and then sure enough, it does. Happens again. Oh, no. What's the matter with me? Worked okay at home. Whoa. 'Cause Oh, I tell you, I'd given up, man. It's a devastating thing to go through. I was going to become a monk. What the hell, I might as well. I'm dead from the waist down. I'll devote the upper half of my body to God. And I was going out with this girl at the time, and we were pretty tight, but I never tried anything, see, because I was afraid that I might have a failure, which was an awful thing to do, because I was cutting off my birthright. That's my God-given right, as long as I use it responsibly, I feel. And it's like one of those things, so many things in life, if you just forget about it and relax, it resolves itself. You know? Because I was with this girl, I said, look, I'm just going to watch some TV. There's a nice dinner you cooked. We'll sit here on the sofa and we'll snuggle up. But I won't do anything. We'll just watch some television, and I'll go on home, and everything will be real fine, because I'm going into the monastery anyway, and I don't want to break my vow of, come on, don't do that, please. So oh, come on, hey. Ooh, quit that now. Look, don't start anything. Nothing ever happens, so I won't be able to finish it anyway. Just watch this movie here. Come on. Would you quit that? Please. Come on. I don't want to do anything, because nothing ever... Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, thank God. And the first time it's okay again, it was almost like this religious experience, man. I can almost hear the Mormon Tabernacle Choir in the background singing, Hallelujah! Whoa! And that male eagle just puffs right up again. Scared the hell out of the girl. Why are you standing naked on the dining room table? Look upon me, woman. I am man. Hey, you've been too much. Thanks for coming down. Thank you very much. Good night, all. Thank you.